Am I the a-hole for going no contact with my parents after what they did to my dog? I told my parents that the only way I will let them meet my son is if they give me their dog to put down. I do not in any way want to harm my parents' dog. For context, when I left for university, I had to leave my dog behind with my parents. I was the last kid out of the house and they liked their empty nest. To make sure it was super empty, they put down my dog. She was a 6-year-old Beagle Basset Cross in perfect health. I had rescued her. I got a job to pay for her food and vet. Before I left, I had quintuple checked with my parents that they were okay taking care of her while I was at school. They were not. They told me she got out of the yard and was hit by a car. I found out the truth from my brother, and I cut my parents out of my life. They offed my best friend. My friend from high school had offered to take her, but I didn't want to have her get attached and then have to fight to get my dog back. I honestly thought I could trust my parents. It's been 8 years since I talked to them. They were not invited to my wedding, and I do not attend family gatherings where they are. I have a 3-month-old son now with my husband. My brother and his family were over to meet him, and he asked if I'm ever going to forgive our parents. I said no. My mom contacted me and asked what it would take for me to forgive them and let them meet their grandson. They have a French bulldog puppy. I said that if they gave me their dog so I could have it put down, then I would forgive them. She said I was being ridiculous, and that was not going to happen. I told her she cares more about a dog than her family, which is what she always accuses me of. My brother says I'm being an a-hole, that they made a stupid mistake, but that it should be forgiven. I'm never going to get over it. Am I the a-hole for proving a point?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. You had another person lined up to take your fur buddy if they weren't willing. They did not have any reason to put down a healthy pet.
Yeah, they could have just called OP and said, "Hey, did you want to ask a friend to take the dog? We're having a hard time." The fact that they just jumped to euthanasia is awful.
Not the a-hole. That was not a stupid mistake. That was delivered cruelty. They don't even show any regret. Fuck them, keep doing what you doing.
You have every right to keep no contact. They messed up. That's on them. Sounds like the only reason they want contact is to see their grandchild.
Not the a-hole. Assume you don't actually want to put down the dog because that would make you the a-hole. And a major psycho, if you're just saying this because you're making a point, then well done. Your brother should not interfere and mind his own business.
I would never speak to my parents again. They would be dead to me. I just had a Basset as a foster. What a delightful dog. My heart broke when I read this.
Not the a-hole. They put down a beloved pet they were entrusted to care for because caring for it was an inconvenience for them without telling OP or attempting to find another home for it. Then they lied about it, likely because they knew it was a horrible thing to do and that OP would hate them for it. If these were my parents, I'd want to keep my kids away from them too.